Hello, it's me. I'm back. Haven't been here in a while, but I thought I'd make my reappearance. I don't know, I've just been enjoying life. I feel like for the past 2 weeks, this is possibly the longest I've gone without having intense anxiety. I often have anxiety over things that are obviously uncontrollable and just things that cause me stress unnecessarily. Also, pause. Pause. I made a it's an English breakfast tea latte. So I heated up some milk, put the English breakfast tea bag, let it steep, put 3 packs of sugar, fill it up halfway, then put ice in it. It's so good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. Obviously, I love an English breakfast tea with cream and just made brewed with water like regular tea. But this is so delectable unexpectedly, and I'm so glad I tried this. I found a recipe for it online because recently I think I've just been having a lot of random recipe ideas. Next year I'll probably be cooking for myself, so I've just been writing down a ton of random stuff that I think about. Like yesterday I was like, what if I did a Cajun seasoned mango rice? I feel like that would be so good, and I have ideas for it. I'm not really a cook, but I do love food a lot, so I think a lot about, I guess, what would pair well together. And so that's been a new, I guess, development recently. But this thing is so yummy, and I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. I am a very anxious person and I get overwhelmed pretty easily. I probably do best under pressure. I feel like when I have pressure on me, I kind of shut down, but also I always get everything done. But I feel like for the past 2 weeks or so, I've really been feeling like a normal person, and I've been very happy, and I've been feeling very capable. And even though I have 2 exams tomorrow, I feel like it's not the end of the world. And that's not super common for me. I guess I've, for all of my life, basically prescribed my worth to academics, whether it was realized or subconscious. I just feel like I've always had that mindset where school has been a defining aspect of my life, and I know a lot of young people feel that way, whether it's outside pressure, societal pressure, family pressure. There's a lot of pressure to conform to standard ideals of success, and that has been a big part of my anxiety for majority of my life. But I it's so strange to feel to go so long without any of that dread, existential dread. It used to be, well, I'm sure it could go back to this, but it was basically every morning I'd wake up with the worst stomach pain, super bloated, not getting enough sleep, and I'm still arguably not getting enough sleep, but I feel like my body has been doing a lot better, which in turn has made me a lot less anxious than I normally find myself, which is great, and I really hope that this continues on because I love feeling normal. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about the privilege of imposter syndrome. I think that when you're doing what you love, that's when you have the privilege of feeling that imposter syndrome, because it's something you actually want to be good at. So it's a privilege to feel that way. And recently I haven't been having a ton of imposter syndrome. I've been in kind of a creative mood, but I haven't been pulling out my camera and taking videos and pictures of things that have been inspiring me, or I haven't been trying to create intentional moments to capture, which I think I definitely have done in the past. Like, I've made coffee just because I wanted to get that cool clip of coffee, or I make coffee because it's like that's what you're supposed to do in the morning. It's like a morning tradition. It's the right way to start your day. But I think more and more I've been realizing that, like, I shouldn't, one, probably be drinking coffee every day. Even though everyone tells me like 1 cup a day is totally fine. I just think I was doing it because it was a routine, and I wasn't like dependent on caffeine or anything, I don't think. But when something becomes such a routine that you become desensitized to it and just expect it to be part of your morning, it just kind of seems like maybe you should take a step back and reevaluate why you're doing things. Like, for me, I love taking videos, I love seeing creative things, but also I think I was kind of losing sight of what is life like. Like, I think for so long I've been so stuck on doing well and the immediate future that I really forget to live in the moment. And I would dread getting up early in the morning because I would just like, it would stress me out having to go to bed early and then wake up early and do everything all over again. And I think recently I've been a lot better about giving myself time to just chill out and stop trying to like rush every single thing. I've also been thinking that way artistically. Like, I would consider myself a pretty creative person. I love crafting, I love writing, I love singing. I guess singing's creative. I'm not very great at it, but I think artistically I've really realized that the arbitrary deadlines I've set for myself to like finish my book, for example, while it's helpful for spurring on progress, I was realizing that like I was kind of getting in this rut of just pushing myself to keep creating even when things were feeling repetitive and boring. And it's like, I'm not an agented writer. I'm a writer who loves writing to write. And I think somewhere along the line I lost a little bit of that thread and started to kind of chase the end instead of relishing in why am I writing what I'm writing and what does it actually mean? Like, what is the significance of it deeper than trying to craft a narrative? I think I've been going a little bit out of my comfort zone, attending like on-campus events and stuff, and it's really made me realize that there's like a whole community of people that I've kind of neglected. Just, oh my gosh, did you see that lightning? Oh, that's crazy. But there's a whole community of people who think similarly to the way I think and who are creative in the same way I am and overthink things the same way I do. And it's been super cool getting to like know people who also love literature and love talking about literature or love talking about just random crazy things. And I think I've been so caught in the past however many years, probably a decade, on just trying not to mess up and trying not to make a fool of myself, that I've really just neglected actually trying to do things because I like doing them, you know? So I've been giving myself more grace. I've been making myself go out in public more because I really do feel like that's helped ease a lot of my anxiety. I've always been a very internal person, very in my head and overcritical of myself, very subconsciously, to the point where often I didn't even realize was happening. But I've been trying to stop like my first gut reaction being like getting annoyed if someone speaks to me. Like, I don't like how that is kind of the way I normalized my own reaction to things. I don't like how much I kind of glorified my solitude without even realizing it. I was shutting people out. I still like am kind of weird about human interaction sometimes. Like if I'm not in the mood, which is probably more often than the normal person, then I can be a little crabby, or quiet. And I don't necessarily think I'm crabby. I just think it's like I'm not prepared to speak, and so. But I think the more and more you push yourself to be out there and try to speak to people, the easier it gets to do so. So I've just been taking things day by day, trying not to do things for the aesthetic, I suppose you could say. I've been trying to do things because I'm genuinely curious to find out more about myself, and I think that that's a great way to give yourself more grace in life and come to understand yourself better. Like, it's not the end of the world if I miss a couple questions on an assignment. It's not the end of the world if I miss if I write something and it's bad and then everyone sees it. It's not the end of the world, because there's tomorrow, there's always the next chance, and you should take chances while you have them. Like if someone invites you to go out, instead of being like, no, like I have to do work or whatever, maybe just say yes, and the work will get done. When there's a will, there's a way. That's what I've learned about myself. Things will always get done. So I think I just need to be able to like trust myself more and say yes to things more, while having faith in myself that I will be able to accomplish everything in a timely manner. And even if it's not a timely manner, it's not the end of the world. That has been a hard realization for me to have. But slowly but surely, at this ebb in my life, I'm feeling a lot better than I have in the past, which is awesome. I say ebb because I'm of the strong belief that life is of ebbs and flows. It's like the waves in the ocean. Nothing's going to be linear in a human life, I don't think. But it's like that flow of the ocean is very natural and expected of nature. So that's the mindset I'm trying to have. Things go up and down, and that's normal. So that's kind of all I wanted to say for now. I've been feeling good, and I'm very glad about that.